With us here today, and so glad to welcome into the studio this morning Scott Valazak and Donna Griffith, the United Way of Indiana County. We haven't had a chance to catch up with those folks lately, but we're going to this morning, and big event coming up. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us here.
Thank you.
Good to have you both with us here this morning, and we talk about annual events, and annual events in conjunction with the United Way of Indiana County in recent years have included Super Bowl.
Unfortunately,
You're
there's
not allowed
only
to say
one
that.
Super Bowl this year for Pittsburgh fans, but,
Yeah.
and it's ours.
Yeah, well, then there you go. And it's coming up this Monday.
It is coming on the 30th, this coming Monday at Naps Kachiabia.
Yeah.
And we're looking for a big crowd, as usual. And, of course, wonderful, wonderful soups. This year, we will be having the chicken pastina, the ribollita, spicy tomato gorgonzola, and chili.
I had the spicy tomato gorgonzola last year. It was wonderful. And, you're in January. What better time to fill up with a nice bowl of hot soup?
Exactly. And we see a lot of folks doing that, and it's wonderful. And again, it's an opportunity for folks to enjoy something wonderful provided by the folks at NAPS, but also to contribute to the United Way and help us to achieve our goal.
Yeah.
Scott is our campaign chair this year, and he's working hard to make that happen.
Yeah. Scott, how's it going?
Good. I'm going to try to eat two of every soup on
Two
Monday.
of it.
Yeah. Just doing my part for the cause.
Well, we appreciate your sacrifice. It's just a tremendous thing that you're doing here.
We'll see. We'll see. It's going well, though. We're looking forward to the Super Bowl. I've been involved with the Super Bowl for a number of years now, and it gets bigger and better every year.
Oh, yeah.
The folks at NAPS are so generous with their location and their labor, their supplies. They're just amazing. So we really appreciate what they do for us. We appreciate everyone who orders soup, and we appreciate the volunteers who come down and help us to make it happen, delivering and whatnot.
Absolutely. Now, delivery deadline has passed, but that doesn't mean that folks can't still walk in and get soup.
Absolutely. Eat in, take out. Either way is fine. We will be doing deliveries, and as you said, those unfortunately have closed by now. But that doesn't mean the soup's not available.
Yeah.
It sure is for takeout. I want to share also that, just like with many things with the United Way, it takes a village to make things happen. And this time, certainly NAPS is stepping forward big times. But also the folks at Six Hand Bakery. They will be providing some food or some bread to go with that wonderful soup. And beverages have been donated by Turner Dairy.
Very good. We need to salute them all because they
Absolutely.
see the value of the United Way of Indiana County. And Scott is the campaign chairperson. You can give us an update on activities, and I know that it won't be too long before you'll have that big gathering, and we'll be talking more about that in a future appearance. But it won't be long before this campaign is scheduled to wrap up, and let's hope we get there.
Yeah, time
Get
flies.
to the finish line here soon.
For sure. We're roughly 85%. I can say that confidently. We may be closer to 90% now to our goal, but yeah, we're looking for a big push here at the end. We have about 3 weeks left, and it's been a tough year in the county economically, but what that really means is that more people are going to need our services. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. We're cautiously concerned, but we're going to do everything we can here in the last couple of weeks to get to the goal.
Yeah, we don't want one of those Antonio Brown stretch it out at the last minute
That's
against
right.
the Ravens
That's
type of
right.
things. We'd like to dance comfortably into the end zone before we
Indeed.
start twerking.
That's right.
Good
And I hear that
And I'm
Scott,
not sure who
you're
that's going to be that's going to be doing that twerking, but
Donna's making sure it's not her, Scott, so I guess it's
I
you.
just signed up to eat the soup.
No twerking, you're just going to do the soup.
Todd, one of the things that we like to tell folks is that this is a huge event, and we really do hope to make go, and we're trying our best to do that. But people need to remember that the United Way is here for them. And last year, we helped over 7,300 people throughout Indiana County. We literally track where people live who receive services or are touched by services with the United Way. And last year, it was over 7,300 people. That is an amazing number to me.
Yeah, and the ability of the United Way to work with so many wonderful folks, organizations and agencies that reach out to help people. It's such a great thing for Indiana County.
It is, and I like to think of the United Way as more of a broker of services. We don't provide direct services. We're not in that business, but we are in the business of looking at the community, trying to establish a priority for needs within our county, and then bringing the right groups of people together and helping to facilitate change,
Yeah,
to make an
absolutely.
impact. And that's what the United Way is all about. And I think we've done some really good work to prove that that's what we're about.
Yeah, we hear about various efforts, and quite frequently when we hear about this organization doing that or that agency that has mounted some sort of initiative, there will be a line at the end of the release that says, in conjunction with or working with the Indiana County United Way. And that just shows the value that people see in working with your...
Exactly.
your
And
group.
we try to be the best stewards possible of every dollar that we have. It's not just an in and out operation. We certainly consider all the needs and prioritize those needs.
Yeah.
Last year, we funded over 30 different programs, not keeping the lights on, not brick and mortar, but programs that provide direct services to people through our agencies and through some grants that we award during the summer as well. So we're reaching into lots of different areas, lots of different topics to make change.
Donna Griffith, Scott Valazak with us this morning. We're talking about the United Way of Indiana County. Super Bowl Day is coming up at Napscocina Mia here in Indiana, and that'll be happening on Monday. Donna, what's the hours for Super Bowl?
Folks are welcome to join us between 11:30 and 2.
11:30 to 2. So make sure, boys and girls, that you get there and that you get your soup. Scott, you've been working with this campaign in previous years as well, but now as the campaign chair, and you've been able to see how folks give. And I would imagine that in your position, my eyes would be opened to some really wonderful folks who are reaching out, and you get to see that firsthand.
Yeah, I've said it before, and it's not a cliche. Indiana is very generous. Indiana County, the folks who live here care about their neighbors and care about the community. And the people who are fortunate enough to be able to give certainly do.
Mhm.
And one of the nice things about the United Way that I've found is that we're undertaking a big study right now that Donna's wrapping up the results on that study. But we're reassessing the needs of the county right now to find out where we can make the most impact with that generosity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very concentrated effort that they do at the United Way.
Do folks still have the opportunity to give you a call and have you come out and make a presentation to them?
Sure. We do it year-round, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always working on the campaign. And next year, Lori Kuzneski from town here will be heading up the campaign. And I'm really...
She'll take everybody
We're going to keep
cookies.
working with her.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have some,
Lori, are you
some brittle.
listening?
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
It's an ongoing. It's all all year round. We're happy to come out and talk. That's one of the biggest parts of our campaign is
Yeah.
workplace campaigns.
Yeah, and here at the beginning of a year, we're still in January, folks can still get themselves set up so that their employees can make contributions very easily throughout the course of the year, whether it's through payroll deductions or however it is that they want to give. So we would certainly want to boost that opportunity. Donna, how's this study going that Scott's talking about?
We just got the final report in, and I'm in the process of trying to understand it, pull it apart, put it back together.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be making a presentation to our board very soon, within the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a document that we're going to be sharing with the public once that happens, and the
very
board
good.
has accepted the results of the study. It is amazing.
Is it really?
It really is. It helps us to think more critically about where we're putting our dollars. If we only have $100 to use, where is it that we can put that $100 to make the biggest impact for change in our community? And what populations are our vulnerable populations in Indiana County? And what communities are our vulnerable communities? And for what reason is that true? We have an opportunity to look and compare Indiana County with some other counties most like us, and then look at the state numbers as well and see how we rank within the state. So it's a very comprehensive study, and I'm excited to be bringing it to closure and to start sharing it.
Was this done by a committee or by an outside agency you brought in? How did you actually, what's the physical, the way that the
Sure, the
study was done?
United Way hired a researcher from the university who has a background in researching and statistically evaluating human services.
Mm-hmm.
And she is the person. This is a study that's been done over the last 9 months.
Yeah.
So this is a longitudinal study. She's looked at all kinds of census data. We've talked about 211 before, and I'm going to be back in a couple of weeks to talk about 211. But the data that we have from 211 was also incorporated. That is very definitely Indiana-specific numbers.
Yeah.
We looked at school district data. We had stakeholders of our donors, of our clients who may be consumers of services, and from our agencies throughout the county who provided feedback into this into this study. It's really a 360 look at what we're doing and how we're doing it.
Well, that sounds like those sorts of things are always needed, and they're always timely. And the fact that this one is ready now for to be digested, if you will,
exactly,
is really. And speaking of digestion, Super Bowl's coming up on
Super Bowl on Monday. Just a reminder: the soup will be available from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at a cost of $7 a bowl. And the wonderful soups that will be there are chicken pastina, ribollita, spicy tomato gorgonzola, and chili. And these are all made available through NAPS and supported with wonderful homemade bread from the folks at Six Hand Bakery and a beverage donated by Turner Dairy.
Donna, Scott, thanks for coming in to visit with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
It is Indiana in the Morning. As always, we are presented by First Commonwealth Bank here on AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM.